as you were speaking here, he has posted online reaction to this, and I want to read what he says. I think we have it built. We can show it to people here. He says the deal is now complete. He goes on to say the opening of the Strait of Hormuz will happen, going on to add ships of the world, start your engines, let the oil flow. Let me go to Gabe Gutierrez, who is joining us from Geneva, just ahead of the G7 there, our senior White House correspondent. I think it's important to note here, Gabe, obviously the Strait of Hormuz was a critical priority for the Trump administration in any kind of a peace deal in any of these negotiations. It is also not instantaneous, right? Does this mean that tomorrow morning, Monday morning, we snap our fingers and the ships pass through, no problem?
Well, I think we're good now.
Highly unlikely, Hallie. And look, this announcement by the president came less than 15 minutes or so since the Pakistani post. So a lot of the details here are still being worked out. But the president trying to frame it in his terms, saying that he fully authorizes the lifting of that naval blockade, certainly very key in this entire negotiation. And as Keir was just referencing, there was a lot of fast-moving developments.
I just watched time skip.
Hallie, with the president visibly frustrated with the actions of Prime Minister Netanyahu and the attack on Lebanon. So we are asking White House officials for some clarity.
There we go.
Does this mean that perhaps a top member of the administration, even the president himself, could attend this signing that the Pakistanis say is now on Friday? We don't quite know. Now, here in Geneva, actually across the border in France, we're expecting the president to travel here tomorrow. It's still just before midnight here, and the president is expected here for the G7 summit. There were some protests earlier tonight, thousands of protesters taking to the streets. This whole Iranian conflict, the Iran war, looming over this summit. But certainly some may breathe a sigh of relief now that some sort of tentative deal has been reached as we work to learn more about the details of all this. But certainly, Hallie, this is something that the president had been wanting for quite some time, even as he attends that UFC fight on the White House grounds later on this evening, East Coast time. Now the president will be coming here to France for this G7 summit, presumably with this deal done. Although, again, the particulars are still, we're still waiting on details of what this all means.
We'll hold that thought for 1 second, Gabe. Let me go back to Keir Simmons now. And Keir, to Gabe's point, waiting on details, what are some of the biggest questions that you have, as I know you're working the phones with your sources?
Yeah, and you caught me looking down there, Hallie, because what I'm looking for primarily right now is what Iran has to say. We haven't heard from Tehran at this stage. We did hear earlier today from the lead negotiator, Speaker Galabaf of the Iranian parliament, and he was indicating that the issues between Israel and Hezbollah in Lebanon would likely mean that these negotiations were not going to move as quickly as President Trump had hoped. Now that does appear to have shifted, according to the Pakistanis. And remember that the Pakistanis are close to Iran, are close to the Iranians. It's a fractious relationship, but they do have that strong link, and so do.
Like I said, I'm not monetized, so like I'm making money off of it. Come on, work. Let's see, what are we doing today? Well, it looks like we might have lost. Hey, we do keep losing Wi-Fi.
There are still those diplomatic.
Huh? Did it? Yeah, it just right. Huh? Oh wait. Are we? What the hell's going on? Yeah, there we go. We're back in action. We're back in action, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We can. This is where it could come in handy. Handy Randy. Randy Shandy.
I got stuff in my fat ass face.
Do what?
Figure at least why I got stuff in my face.
Nah, man. It's a salad. You look very ladylike eating your salad. What? For the love of God. Alright.
Some stand as enduring shrines of sheer will.
Bloodied, battered, but neither can't be beaten.
Some celebrate pure artistry.
Oh! He front kicked him in the face!
What I can
Others
do.
mark the evolution of greatness.
John Jones is
Right,
the
let me check
youngest
the camera again. I gotta check this shit again. He is behind quite a bit. No, there.
in UFC history!
Alright, yeah, there we go. Alright.
Some honor those who rose above the moment,
George
Okay.
St. Pierre!
and others recognize
Oh, word. That was weird. Yeah, what am I doing? I don't know what you're doing. That's how I got out the door.
That's real life.
Yeah. That's how I got out the door that day.
Yeah.
Finally figured it out.
Osmosis Jones over here.
Ugh.
History has been made!
while others immortalized dominance so overwhelming it became permanent. Some are defined by one solitary
damn.
point and one
Damn.
solitary punch. And some belong to a one-of-a-kind evening in a place built for a one-of-a-kind experience. So long after the lights fade and the crowds disappear into the night, the monuments remain. Because greatness isn't measured only in the moment, but how long the world remembers.
The UFC Freedom 250 pre-show is presented by Buffalo Trace Bourbon, America's fastest growing bourbon. The Claw, almost 80 feet tall on the south lawn
Holy
at
crap.
1600
Look at this
Pennsylvania Avenue. Good evening from the White House, where tonight the next chapter in America's fighting
digging his
spirit
socks.
story takes place in the backyard of the President of the
Chris
United States.
Weidman, I'm
Brendan
digging his
Fitzgerald
socks, so
with
rock
the
those
All-American
socks right
Chris
there.
Weidman, Michael Bisping, and Dominic
What?
Cruz,
I don't
UFC
know.
Hall of Famers across the board. Megan O'Leary and Heidi Andrahl will be doing the reporting, and of course later
Let's
on we
see.
will have UFC Freedom 250 and fights happening
I'm trying to
underneath
think
the
of a
Claw
way I
on the
can
south
use the
lawn of the White
speaker and
House.
it not,
What we are
like,
dealing with right now in the
really screw
immediate
up the audio for
time
mine.
is the weather, and of course that was always a part of the story in terms of hosting an event and a competition outside when this sport
it's
is
kinda
always climate
convenient, I
controlled
get.
and indoors. Not this occasion,
Huh?
and we have prepared for that, but this
Yeah,
is the live radar right now, the system that is moving through the Washington D.C. area. Heidi Andrahl
Okay,
joins
I'm
us
trying to
with
figure
the
out a way
very
that
latest
my
on what is
wife
going
can
down with
hear
the weather
this
and how it
without
relates
me
to tonight's
making
event.
the sounds.
Thank you very much, Brendan. Well, obviously, the
Really
weather
screw
a
up the
major
microphone. So
focus
here we
over
go.
the
We're
past
gonna try
24
some
hours. I
things.
was just down at the command center and was
Okay.
able to speak with Kevin Mahoney from DTN Weather Services, a
First
private
off,
company commissioned by the UFC.
First
They're
off, we're gonna
working
do
closely
that.
with the Presidential Weather Office
Then we're gonna
and
go
the
over
National Weather
here
Service.
and filters, and we're gonna go to
Tracking a cell of
filters,
thunderstorms over
add
West Virginia
filters.
that is set to move into the Metro
More
DC area
expression.
between now and 9 p.m. Now, it is not rain that they are concerned with. It is high winds and lightning, and I am told that if that
add
happens,
that
a shelter in place will be initiated. And Steve Trench, who is the
Bam,
VP
bam, bam.
of
Okay,
Global
that
VP
should
of
get me
Event
right there
Security,
pretty
told
good.
me
Where am
that
I?
each department has a designated location. Those from the South Lawn will come here
Oh, there
to
I am. I'm
our
getting there.
executive office building. It's also home of the fighters' locker rooms. It's where I'm standing
My
right now.
camera got
I'm
like
also
way
told that
behind,
shelter
and
in
it
place will be
and I
lifted
was
within
like, I
30
was sitting
minutes of
here,
the
but it didn't
last
show me
lightning
here, and we
strike
thought
within
it
a
was funny.
6-mile radius. Now, Kevin
Oh,
Mahoney
I
told
guess
me
I
that
got
they do
I
see
got this in
clear
there right here.
things clearing up by 9 p.m. So I will
Uh,
keep you updated on the
Where's
weather
baby
as we
set?
move closer.
Ah.
For now, Brendan, I'll send it back to
There
you.
we go.
We know you will, Heidi, and we as sports fans have seen incredible sporting events made more memorable.
A
by weather
marshmallow? Where you
conditions, and
get
of
that
course,
at?
That appears to be the case tonight. A one-of-one
You
sporting
know
event.
what? I
Chris
don't
Weidman, I'll
know
start with
that
you.
the
In terms of this being a bit of a curveball for fighters that are used to competing
I don't know that
in
I'm gonna
controlled
be able able to do
They knew
this.
that they were going to be outside, and now they get to deal with something extra, but everybody's dealing with the same thing.
All these guys knew that there was going to be a very fluid schedule going into this event. They knew, you know, you can't be so OCD about the times and what time you're going to be fighting, what time you're going to be warming up. So I think they're very open-minded with this event, and they're going to be very prepared to fight when the time comes.
I mean, these are some of the toughest athletes on earth, so I don't think they're going to feel a little bit of heat, a little bit of wind. The bugs aren't going to bother them because they're going to be feeling the punches, the kicks in the knees much more than that. I think they're going to be just fine, and the environment is even for both of them. So
the main thing is we're going to get some fights. A lot of people have been wondering, you know, about the lightning and the thunder. 9 p.m., everything's good to go. The fights are going to be sensational. And look at where we are. This is insane.
Yes.
They let us in the White House. This is crazy.
I can't believe it. I cannot believe where I am right
hell,
now.
Really,
Thank
all
you.
week has been difficult to put into words what we've been able to experience and feel, and that chapter was moved forward again. Last night we were at the Ellipse Across during an incredible fan fest and a picture-perfect evening, Michael, and it really hit us all when we got up and we experienced what it felt like and the setting, because it's been real. This is being built for the last few weeks. We've been planning it for over a year, but to be on the ground and to have the competition upcoming and to see where we are, the American spirit that was on display with Lincoln the Bald Eagle,
I don't know.
Golden Knights. And
web cam don't work.
Capping it off, and of course our great athletes that are competing tonight at the ceremonial weigh-ins. How would you describe what you felt last night?
Every night just gets better and better. The press conference gave me chills. To be a part of the weigh-ins yesterday, to witness it firsthand, to feel the energy and the spirit and the patriotism and the whole show that was put on, it gave me